I've been curious about why there were no striped cucumber beetles. It's way too late for them to come out, and I knew it was only a matter of time. I should have covered my winter squash, and I didn't. In the span of a day, there were no cucumber beetles, and then all of a sudden, they are already skeletonizing my winter squash because I didn't cover it. Because I want to plant sunflowers in between the winter squash because I have a bunch of extras. Anyway, I have discovered that they have emerged from wherever it is they hide all winter. Ugh, look, they're everywhere. Little jerks. Alright, well, I need to do something about that. Which basically is going to mean going on every plant, picking them off, and then waving around the plant, trying to scare them off. And then covering the plants immediately. Before I can do that, I do want to put the sunflowers in. So, that wasn't what I was planning on doing right now, but that is what I'm going to do right now. Alright, well, I certainly didn't get all of the beetles, but I got a bunch to fly away and got everything covered, so that's the best I'm gonna do. I also covered, there's a tray of pumpkins under here, so that's covered. It rained quite a bit yesterday and last night into this morning, and the rice looks awesome. This one still is not full because of that low spot in the plastic over there. But that one over there is looking great. Pretty psyched about how that's looking right now. Okay, so here's the trellising I did yesterday, last night, into the dark. I got one more set of pipes to put up, so I can do this one. But this looks pretty awesome. I think I'll try to get this one done this weekend, so I'm going to be gone all week for work out of the state. So I'll try to get this one done this weekend so that they're at least climbing. That cucumber right there is already latched on. So things are looking pretty good around here. I was feeling very behind the other day. I feel much better. So last weekend was Father's Day. I worked out here all Saturday afternoon and then most of Sunday afternoon. That's pretty much what I want to do on Father's Day, is just be in the garden. I really love it out here. Love spending time making the property better. But anyway, after that and a couple mornings this week before work, I've got things looking pretty good. So these two sections of the garden I've been focusing on. That over there, I got the peas trellised. I do have to get rid of the weeds, the grass in the row that's coming up through the hay. I need to trellis, or mulch rather, the onions with some leaves. The beans, pole beans are planted. I planted 3 rows of bush beans, including dry beans. Pole beans planted around those. I also have cultivated the kale, lettuce, the garlic's looking awesome. I just noticed some scapes. There's one coming up there, and there's one right there. So that's pretty awesome. I'm gonna have to look back to double check, but this is summer solstice, June 21st. I'm quite sure this is the earliest I've ever had scapes, and this is the healthiest my garlic has ever looked in years of growing garlic. So I'm gonna have to go back and check. I'm pretty sure I planted it earlier than normal. Oh, I got it right there, October 8th. So I think it says right there, October 8th. Yep. So anyway, the garlic looks awesome. You never know, it could go south in a hurry, but right now it looks great. I've also got these potatoes planted, and then there's a double row of potatoes over there between the onions and sunflowers. So these two sections are just, I'm really psyched. I got cabbage to put in here, do a little bit more cultivating before I leave. Squash is covered, and then I've got this section of the garden which I have not focused on beyond the hoop house. Hey Ziggy, what you doing, buddy? Coming out to say hi? You better stay out of the garden. Good boy. Come over here where there's more room. There, boy. Hi. Yes, how are you? How come you're so excited? You're a nut. Good boy. Anyway, I have put a lot of time into this hoop house, but outside of that, this is just a nightmare. This is my comforter compost, and I'm going to be using this. I did not plan any comforter compost rows in the garden this year. I've got every row accounted for with plants. This was an experiment I tried last year after picking up a book about different methods of composting besides making a pile or a windrow. And I went back and forth. Last year when I first started it, I thought, oh, this is really cool. And then in around the fall, I wasn't too excited about it. And now I'm pretty psyched to have this big row of compost right here where I need compost. So the idea with comforter compost is actually would be to leave this here, not do any spreading. So I'm going to modify that a little bit. So what I'm going to do is probably take this pile or this windrow and split it into thirds and leave a third of it here, put a third of it on that row and a third of it on that other row behind where the morning glories were. I have a ton of work to do to clear that out. I want to put pumpkins in that row and they're ready to plant, so I've got to get going. Also need to clean up this trellis from the morning glory. I was actually hoping that more morning glory would self-seed so I wouldn't have to plant seedlings. I planted seedlings this year because I didn't know if that would work, and I'm glad I did because I did get a couple. But with all of the morning glory that was here, I am quite surprised not to have got more. I'm gonna have to keep my eye out on the other side. I haven't been over on that side, but just walking down this row, I saw a couple plants there. So before I move this compost, I am gonna dig those up and transplant them. So there's one there, and that's, as far as I can tell, that's it. Out of all that morning glory. Oh, no. There's one there. So, okay, I'm likely to keep doing that, keep finding more, because I just find it hard to believe that with all this, there was it was so much that it was pulling the trellis over. Hey, Ziggy. There must be more, and I'm sure I'll find bits of it. Hey, what you doing? Oh, there's another one right there. Oh, what is that? Oh, a little bird. Uh-oh, he's onto it. I don't know how he thinks he's gonna get it though. Anyway, found some more. So, like I said, this is gonna keep happening, so that's good. Maybe it will work. I'm gonna have to keep count of how many I get. But either way, I need to get to it. This is just horrendous. The leeks are starting to seed out. I think what I'd like to do is get rid of all of those except for the best ones and try to save seed from them. This will be the first time I ever saved seed from leeks, but they're starting to seed out, so gotta get to it. Lots to do this weekend.